I'm so not ready for this. Once again, Falcon and Sparrowson find themselves waiting outside the doors of the Tribunal de Grande Instance. Are you feeling nervous, Falcon? Actually, yes. Of course I'm nervous. What have we learned about Prince Juan? What do we know about the real murderer? Nothing. Easy there, Falcon. We can do this. You know what, Sparrowson? I think you're correct. Senor Falcon, I trust everything is in order. I was dancing a little bit to the tune. Absolutely. I have every intention of bringing the truth to light in this trial. Ah, such confidence. That's magnificent to see. In bringing the truth to light, you say? An admirable goal. No more jousting at imaginary giants. All of you, cease your yammering. Doors open. Here we go. Buena suerte, Senor Falcon. We will. Are we ready? We're ready. Yeah, we're ready. I believe. JJ? Severin? Nervous? Why would I be nervous? I'm not nervous. I'm calm as a cuckoo. My cats in the background, however, are not. You're the nervous one. This whole courtroom is nervous. Whoa, cool your feathers, Falcon. Huh, terrible. You can't even maintain a stoic facade. I thought this trial would be the perfect opportunity for you to redeem your previous embarrassments. But if this is how you act before the trial has even started... Why, you pompous-tailed posture perfect... Order, order. Let's all settle down. Court is now in session. Psst, Falcon. What is it? Is it me, or does the primary judge look hairier today? That's a different judge to the one who resided over Dame Cataline's trial, you doofus. Oh, still it's a little strange, isn't it? I mean, No, not really. There are a dozen judges in Paris alone. It only makes sense that we see different ones in different cases. Excuse me, Your Honour. I was under the impression that Judge Maxime would be residing over this case. Where is he? Judge Maxime has gone on temporary sick leave due to a terrible accident with a flight of stairs. But rest assured, assist yours, prosecutor, defence and members of the jury, that I am more than qualified to fill his shoes. Without further ado, let's get this show underway. This is the trial of Prince Juan Querido, who stands accused of murdering Major Hill and of conspiring to murder the king himself. Roll call. The defence is present and ready, Your Honour. Prosecution's ready, Your Honour. Good, very good. I expect this to be a nice speedy trial. I don't want to see this dragged out by technicalities and bureaucracy. Well said, Your Honour. I expect that, once the court sees the overwhelming evidence, this trial will be over in 5 minutes. 5 minutes? He's just messing with your head, Falcon. Keep it together. So we're all on the same page? Excellent. Prosecutor, please call your first witness to the stand. Very well. I call the police officer who investigated the crime scene. I call upon Inspector Just Falerty. Hold on, the inspector's having a drink just now of some water. You know, he doesn't drink before trial. Step up to the stand, Inspector, and recite the oath. I swear to speak without hatred, and without fear, to tell the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Please recite your name and occupation for the court record. My name is Inspector Just Falerty. I am a servant to the law, a scourge of the gutter rats. That will do, Inspector. We've all heard your monologue before. Whoa, Cocorico is really going for a speed record, isn't he? Now, can you tell us what you witnessed on the morning of the 7th of January? Of course. At 10 o'clock in the morning, I was called to Louvre's Grand Galerie by one of the King's Royal Guards. Did he just say o'clock? There I saw Prince Juan, King Louis Philippe, the corpse of Major Hill with a rose in hand, and around 24 citizens. The citizens and the king himself all attest to seeing Major Hill taking the rose from Prince Juan's hand and then promptly dropping dead. And what did the morgue uncover upon examination of the corpse? The coroner determined with absolute certainty that Major Hill died of poisoning. Aside from a prick upon the finger, there was no sign of external harm to Major Hill's body. Therefore, the poisoned rose must have been the cause of death. Putting the pieces together, that does seem very implicative of the prince. I have no further questions. Damn, I was hoping that the coroner's report would determine that the guy died from a freak heart attack or something. That would make for a particularly speedy trial, wouldn't it? But no, we aren't so lucky. Also, would we not have had access to the coroner's report in advance anyway? Also, just while I'm playing this game, I know that there's an Ace Attorney anime that's came out, and I really want to watch this. Actually, I'm probably going to watch the episode straight after I play this game. So, just throwing it out there. Something else must be amiss in the old bird's testimony. Right, I'll tear it apart. Your Honour, I wish to cross-examine a witness. Falcon, wasn't it? Don't waste the court's time. High-ranking police officer would never lie in witness stand. I wouldn't accuse the inspector of lying. I just want to make sure that every base is properly covered. Ugh, this sounds like pointless nitpicking to me, but we'll allow it, for now. Go on, Falcon. Do your cross-examination. Select the statement to question. 10 o'clock. Yeah, we'll go for 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock, you say? Correct, 10 o'clock. Surely you meant to say o'clock. I beg your pardon? You clocked. Like a chicken. JJ, do you really want to kick off this trial by picking on petty pronunciation peculiarities? I suppose not. Let's skip the clucking nonsense and get down to some real lawyering. I don't think I do. Oh, I'm doing all the wrong things. Oh, God, we really don't have much information, do we? Where's the victim at? We must have a portrait of the victim in here, right? I guess before all that. Yeah. No. Poisoning, let's question it. Inspector, you say that the coroner determined with certainty that Major Hill was killed by a poison. Correct. He stated the signs and symptoms were textbook. There is no possibility that his death was natural. Did the coroner mention specifically what kind of poison it was? He was not certain. At first, the coroner posited it was a plant-borne poison like that of the aconite flower. But when he learned how fast the poison had taken effect, he noted that it was atypical of aconite. Or aconite, maybe, I guess. Consequently, he suggested that it may have been some newly engineered concoction. A newly engineered poison, you say? Well, that only reaffirms that this was a very deliberate assassination attempt. Indeed. But how was he poisoned? How exactly was he poisoned? What was his delivery mechanism? His finger was pricked by the poisoned rose. He even commented out loud about it seconds before dying. Could a poison really be that fast acting? All 22 citizens who witnessed the murder attested to seeing and hearing this. 24 is 22, right? Yeah. Okay. Is there any possibility that it was poisoned by something else? What an absurd thing to ask, JJ. You just heard that 22 people saw the victim prick his finger and die. What are you suggesting? That the pricked finger had no relation to the poisoning? That's exactly what I'm saying. I don't doubt that Major Hill was poisoned, but I do doubt that the rose was the cause. Unbelievable. Only a total buffoon could fail to draw the blatant link here. JJ, as tempting as it is to sit here and lecture you on the basics of cause and effect, I'll end this discussion painlessly. Are you claiming that there is such a fast-acting poison? Inspector, please tell the defence that you found traces of poison on the thorns of the rose itself. That's all you had to tell me! God damn you, Cocorico! That should alleviate all doubt that the rose was in fact the poison delivery mechanism. Actually, I can't tell him that. Dun dun dun! I dread to ask, but why not? We didn't check the rose for traces of poison. It just seemed obvious that the rose caused the poisoning given the timing of the incident. Well then, now would be a good time to make a test. Here's a marvellous thought. We prick the finger of the defendant with the rose. There's no poison on the rose, and the Prince Man lives, and he is free to go. The rose is poisoned, and the Prince died. But that's okay, because the punishment would be just in fitting of the crime. Marvellous suggestion. What is this, a witch trial? This isn't America, Severin. That's not how we do things here. Whoa. Calm your feathers, JJ. It's clearly a joke. There are far more humane ways of testing for poison. I'm sure the inspector will perform his duty with due diligence. Due diligence. I can never say that. Actually, we won't be able to test the rose for poison at all. Why is that? Given the dangerous nature of the flower, it was destroyed by the police force? We burned it to ashes. Ugh, such unprofessionalism. If we have no way to know whether the rose was poisoned, then this whole trial ought to be called into question. Nice try, JJ. But through the process of reasoning by elimination, we can... Excuse me. I need water. God, my recordings all day this has been happening to me. I really need to up my water intake. This is what I was trying to say there. I really need to up my water intake. Oh, I'm still struggling. Nice try, JJ, but through the process of reasoning by elimination, we can still deduce with absolute certainty that the rose was poisoned. In other words, there was nothing else at the crime scene that could have caused the poisoning. Wrong. There was something else at the crime scene that could have contained the poison. Something investigative police blindly overlooked. Chocolate! Look at this! What am I supposed to be looking at? It's the paper wrapper to a piece of chocolate. It was found in the Louvre, the Salle de Tibre to be precise, and we can date its consumption to the day of the incident. You're not suggesting that Major Hill ate a piece of poisoned chocolate moments before he died? I almost certainly am. Intriguing. Pretty convincing. We gained a little favour of the jury. Did you see this wrapper at the crime scene for yourself, Inspector? The police force does not have the time nor resources to trawl every piece of trash at every crime scene, I'm afraid. In other words, you overlooked it. Ugh, astounding unprofessionalism. Prosecution is right to be disgusted. What a disgraceful display, Inspector. I offer my apologies, Your Honour. I don't want your apologies. I want you to do your damn job properly. Get off the witness podium before I kick you off myself. As you wish. I'll take my leave. Until next time, messieurs. So let me get this straight. This chocolate wrapper was found at the crime scene. Correct. And you have reason to believe that it was consumed on the day of the incident. I do. I have an expert food tasting witness who is willing to testify if need be. You have a foodie witness? I don't recall anyone like that. Who on earth are you talking about, Falcon? Oh, I see. But you know for certain that Major Hill consumed this chocolate? Well, that is a fact that we are still investigating. I see. And do you have evidence that this chocolate was in fact poisoned? Again, that is something that may require a little more time to definitively prove. Oh my god, I never showed Major Hill to the elephant, did I? So then, in actuality, you do not have evidence that Major Hill consumed some poisoned chocolate. Instead, you have a solitary piece of rubbish that you plucked straight out of the gutter. That's weak, even for you, JJ. Let's move things along. I have another witness I would like to summon. He is a man who claims to have had excellent view of the people going in and out of the Louvre at the time of the incident. I call upon Monsieur Toussaint Kingsley. Could the witness please approach the stand and recite the oath? Hello, hello, hello? Hello. Alright, the oath. I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Please state your full name and occupation for the court record. My name is Toussaint Kingsley, and I am a person who fishes. A person who fishes? So you're a fisherman. Oh, is that how it is? I thought the French justice system was better than this. I beg your pardon? Here comes Toussaint Kingsley, the kingfisher. Clearly he must be a fisherman because, didn't you hear? All kingfishers are fishermen. Well, we are carrying a fishing rod. And can a man not carry a fishing rod, reel and bait without being branded a fisherman? Look, the prosecutor is carrying a riding crop. Clearly he must be a horse jockey. For pity's sake, fine, we can list your occupation as a person who fishes and not fisherman. Thank you. Actually, why do you carry a riding crop, Severin? I've never seen you ride a horse. I don't know, JJ. Why do you, a 30-something-year-old with no health problems, carry a cane? This is veering quite far off the course. Could the prosecution please get back to his questions? Of course, Your Honour. Monsieur Kingsley, is it true that you were nearby the Louvre at the time of the incident? Yes, I was sitting upon a railing of the Pont d'Art. The Pont d'Art? That's a new bridge that's just a stone's throws away from the Louvre's south entrance, correct? I'm trying to work this out in the map from when I was last in Paris. Anyway, okay. That's where he was, and the crime scene was along here, right? Or technically, there. That's right. And what were you doing at the time of the incident? I was fishing. Kingfishers, am I right, Falcon? So you would have had plenty of opportunity to see that the people who entered and exited the palace. Can you tell us who you saw? Well, the Louvre is a busy place. Naturally, I saw a lot of people. But at 9 AM I saw the king, Louis Philippe himself, enter the building. He was surrounded by his entourage, of course. Then, around 9:30, I saw this shifty-looking fox lurking around the entrance. Your Honour, I object to the witness's use of the term shifty looking. It's a vague and biased description. No, really, he looks super shifty. I saw him rubbing his paws and cackling gleefully. And then I saw him take out a rose and carefully rub the stem. Rub the stem of a rose, you say? As if we were applying something to the flower, perhaps? Well, Monsieur, I really shouldn't speculate. Of course, it was wrong of me to ask such a leading question. But yeah, it definitely looked like he was putting some sort of powder on the stem. Wow, even I wasn't expecting such a bold admission. Members of the court, it sounds like what we have here is a direct witnessing of the defendant readying the murder weapon. I just nearly pulled my earphones right out of my ears. The defence claims that the rose was never poisoned, and yet here we have a man who saw the poison with his own eyes. I smell perjury. You do? No question. He saw a shifty-looking criminal readying poison and cackling near the scene of the crime. That's not believable at all. I think you might be right. Wonder if we have any evidence that calls Toussaint's story into doubt. Your Honour, I would like to cross-examine a witness. Really? This nonsense again? You just heard the witness directly describe your client readying poison on a rose. What is there to question? I'm just trying to uncover the truth, Your Honour. Ugh! Fine! Do your thing! Go on, Falcon. Go make a fool out of yourself. I thought you valued professionalism, mate. I'm just being professional. Okay. Some sort of powder. Monsieur Kingley, you say that you saw the fox rubbing the stem of a rose. Yeah, was he wearing gloves or something? Because, like, wouldn't he have poisoned himself? Yep, saw it with my own eyes. How far away were you from the south entrance? 20 metres, perhaps? 30? I saw it doubtful that you can make out powder being applied to anything at those sort of distances. Monsieur, I don't claim to have seen the powder itself. I said it looked like he was applying powder to the flower stem. Could have been a wax or a liquid or whatever. The guy was definitely putting something on the flower. I see. Well, that's nice and vague. Are you certain that the fox was handling a rose and not some other type of flower? Pretty sure. Red petals stand out quite nicely on a grey January morning. So you're confident, you're absolutely sure that you clearly saw a bright red flower in the fox's hands. What are you getting at, JJ? Well, we know that he had the rose, so... Nothing really. I'm just making sure that Monsieur Kingley is confident about what he saw. I'm pretty sure that he had the rose, right? I'm as confident as a crucian carp. Oh... Shifty looking fox. Yep, super mega shifty. There must be at least 100 foxes in Paris. How do you know that the fox you saw was Prince Juan? Well, he was wearing a suave hat that hung low over his eyes. Hear that's how they wear them in Spain. I'm not much of a fashion expert, but the rest of his outfit looked quite out of place for the French winter. That's how you're going by, his fashion sense? Oh, I nearly forgot. Heard him call a passerby senor. Thought that was peculiar. Well, that's him alright. I mean, all foxes are shifty looking. Whoa, that's not cool. Mon Dieu, Gigi, it's the 19th century. You can't just throw out slurs like that in this day and age. I'm just saying. No, you listen. France is better than this. We've moved past our need to hold back animals we don't like through the use of our oppressive stereotypes. Well said, prosecutor. Slurs are archaic. Now we, as a society, can hold back animals we don't like through much more subtle institutional means. Right. Wait, what? Okay. The king and his entourage. Indeed I did. Who was the king's entourage, or who was in it, rather? Well, there was the king himself, and there were quite a few guards. Maybe 4 or 5, including a big dog who are here as the guy who died, Major Hill. I think that was all. I see. Are you sure? It's my understanding that the king does most of his work in the Palais Royal, which lies to the north of the Louvre. It's a little strange that you saw the king enter from a south entrance, is it not? I know what I saw, monsieur. JJ, there's little reason to doubt that the king entered the Louvre from the south. Are you really calling this basic fact into question? I really don't have any evidence to the contrary. Found in the Tuileries garden by the Louvre's west entrance. Which would have came from Prince Juan's book, but that just means that he might not have been in the... I am. Doesn't make a lick of sense. Why would the king walk from the Palais Royal all the way around to the other side of the Louvre just to enter via the south? Simple. The king wasn't walking from the Palais Royal. He was walking from the Hotel de Ville, where he had some business to attend to. It's probably no. It's simple to reach the Louvre's south entrance from the Hotel de Ville via a brief stroll along the Seine. He came from the Hotel de Ville? Yes, a single minute of fact-checking would have cleared it up. Oh. You're looking pretty foolish, Defence. Perhaps it's time to throw in the towel? No! They're stalling. What a buffoon. We lost favour. Do you have another question? Oh, God. No. The Pont des Arts is the only thing I can think of questioning now.